Welcome everyone. Indian chess fans are thrilled as Gukesh levels the score in the 2024 World Chess Championship by defeating Ding Liren in round 3 at Singapore. The game starts Queen's Gambit decline featured Gukesh bolt H3 G4 thrust in move 7 and 9, which Ding got spent over 30 minutes on his 13th move. Struggled with the time management, having just 8 minutes for 11 moves at a critical stage. He ran out of time on move 37, unable to encounter Gugi's short play. Let's move on to the game. 1d4 by Gugish, knight f6, nf3, d5, c4, e6, cd5, ed5, nc3, c6, qc2, g6, h3, bishop f5, queen b3, queen b6, g4. In first game also Gukesh played g4 an expensive move. Here here also in the third game he played the same g4 in a different conditions. Queen takes b3, a takes b3. Here there is a variation which Kramnik applied with Nepo in Amsterdam 2023. So after g4, Nepo played bishop e6. So bishop g2, h5, g5, nft7, short castle, bishop d6, e4, d takes e4, q takes b6, n takes b6, n8, n takes e4, bishop e7, nc5, b takes e5, d takes e5, nd5. This seems equal, and at some point Kramnik made some mistakes and he lost the game with Nepo. In this game, Ding exchanged the queen earlier. Q takes b3, a takes b3, bishop c2. At this point, the bishops seems bad because the bishop has very less squares, less mobility. The light square bishop, black light square bishop. Bishop f4 by Gukesh, h5. There is a move which is bishop takes b3. Actually, this is a mistake because of nd2, bishop c4. Knight takes c4, d takes c4, e3. Here, b5 is a mistake. Can pause the video and find the best move for white. Well, if you found this n cross b5, c cross b5, bishop g2 traps the rook, and this is completely winning for white. Even after bishop uh, b3 and d2, if black plays bishop c2, this is also a mistake because of rook c1, bishop e4, again f3, bishop trapped. So after h5, Gukesh played rook g1, h take g4, h take g4. Here, Ding used almost half an hour to play this nbd7, nbd7. So after this move, Gugesh almost has nearly has 2 hours in his clock, but Ding is already down to 1 hour on his clock. ND2, rook g8 with an idea of g5 create some squares for the bishop. So because after rook c1, the bishop will get trapped. So rook g8 idea is to play g5 so that if once the dark square bishop moves, if white plays rook c1, the light square bishop for black will get bishop h7, that is a square, g5, knight h5, bishop h2, rook h8, f3. So the idea of f3 is Gugesh is limiting the squares for the bishop, light square bishop. Now the light square bishop has only one square to move, bishop f5, which is also seems bad because of bishop f5. White can play e4, e4, fe4, bishop e6. So white seems good because of well placement of the pieces. But in game, after rook h8, the the darker bishop is unsupported. So white played bishop g3. Here, Ding made a mistake by playing rook h5, which is a first major mistake by Ding in this game. e4 closes the diagonal of the light square bishop. de4, fe4, rooks. Here there is a move. Actually, if after d takes e4, if black, sorry, instead of d takes e4, if black plays rook g5, then rook c1 is a trap. So after rook d takes e4, f takes e4. Even after f takes e4, black played knight e6. So here, in all variation, the bishop is trapped. Even instead of knight e6, if black plays rook takes g5, also trapped because of rook c1. There is no square for the light square bishop. So after any 6, rook c1, n takes d4, bishop f2. Here, whatever it is, if black plays bishop c5, that is also bad because of knight a4. Now also the bishop is hanging. So even for bishop g7, Gukesh played a nice move by playing knight e2. So now Ding realized the bishop is trapped. So we should get some compensation for that. For that, Ding took the second pawn by playing knight cross b3, rook takes e2, knight takes d2. Here, Gukesh takes with the king instead of king takes d2. If rook takes d2 means this is a slight error because it equalized the game by playing knight e5 with an idea of knight f3. Even for rook g3, black can play with rook takes g5, capturing the third pawn for a bishop. This seems bad because already the position is equalized. So after king takes d2, here also knight e5 is there, but after knight e5, white can save the game by playing king e3, knight d4, so many moves. So here Gukesh played knight d4, controlling the f3 square. So no more knight f3 here. So here the position is fair enough for Gukesh to win the game. Rook d8 by 18, king e2, rook h2. The idea is to take the d4 knight, a small trick. Bishop g2 blocks the attack of the bishop. a6, b3, controlling the c4 square so that white can able to move his rook. Rook d7, rook c1, king e7, rook c d1, king e8, bishop g3. Rook h5, nf3, knight takes f3, king takes f3. So now you may think rook takes g5 is possible, but rook takes g5 is mistake. You can pause the video and check why it is a mistake. If you found rook takes d7, it's good because after rook takes d7, rook d1 check. Whatever black plays, completely winning for white. If king e8, then bishop h4 is lost. King e7, bishop h4 lost. King e6 is also king e6 is also bad because of bishop h3 and followed by bishop h4 lost. So after king takes f3, Ding played this bishop d4 move in order to capture this uh, rook takes g5 so that white cannot capture rook takes d7. It's not possible in that moment. So Ding is planning to capture the g5 pawn. White played rook h1, which is a quite surprise. Rook takes g5, bishop h3, f5, bishop f4. Here, completely winning for white, no matter. Here, Ding played rook h5 and his pieces fell down. And he lost in time almost. And the position is also lost because of bishop takes f5 is there. There is no more chance to save the game. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.